Okay, here we go. Avengers Endgame ending explained. So a massive spoiler warning if you do not want the entirety of the film, including mostly its ending, revealed. So just go away from this video. Don't check it out if you do not want the ending of Avengers Endgame spoiled. So that is my spoiler warning, loud and clear. Just stay away from this video if you don't want the ending explained. So let's explain the ending. Just a quick summary of the film before we get into the ending actually. Tony and Nebula are basically on that ship and are saved by Captain Marvel as oxygen was soon going to go. The Infinity Stones are destroyed as Thanos used the stones to break them in order for his work to not be undone. What's left of the Avengers locate Thanos, and in a fit of rage, Thor chops his head off, which is awesome. You know, Thor just chopping Thanos' head off. That was pretty badass and unexpected, to be honest. 5 years go past, with Steve Rogers starting up a support group for those who were affected by the snap, Natasha doing her best to take control of things, and Tony Stark is living with Pepper and their daughter, secluded and rather in peace. Ant-Man is still stuck in the quantum realm until a rat steps on the controls and he is spat out. The other Avengers members are collected and they use the quantum realm to time travel with the help of Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. They split up into multiple points in history to get the Infinity Stones from the past and prevent the snap all along. Nebula, while at Morag, is captured by past Thanos and is replaced by evil Nebula in the present as she attempts to bring that Thanos into the present. In the final act, Thanos, thanks to Nebula, is in the present and Hulk snaps his fingers to bring everyone back that was lost during Infinity War, using a new gauntlet that Tony created. However, as Thanos begins to battle the surviving members of the Avengers, we see Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and everyone else come to their defense in a last final stand. Basically what happens now is a game of hot potato with a gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. The ships that Thanos has fire at the ground in order to wipe everyone away upon Thanos' command, but before it does, Captain Marvel comes to save the day, who was absent for most of the film due to helping out other planets, but she was there in the beginning to help Tony Stark and Nebula. Thanos collects the gauntlet, and right before he snaps, Tony grabs the Infinity Stones, and Endgame ends with Tony Stark sacrificing his life to kill Thanos and his forces once and for all with the snap. What makes this sad is that Tony actually had everything he wanted early on in the movie, a wife and a daughter, but still the world needed avenging and Tony Stark stepped up to the plate. Tony's funeral was packed with adventures and the like, and Captain America on the other hand goes back in time to grow old with Peggy, while also bringing back the stones to their respective timelines, because earlier on in the film they were trying to get the Infinity Stones to, basically stop the snap. But anyway, speaking of Cap, he becomes worthy and holds Thor's hammer, as well as giving Sam the blessing to become the next Captain America. And the movie concludes with a final shot with Stephen happy and with Peggy dancing away. There is no end credit scene, but there is sort of a sound effect that plays basically a clashing of a hammer, like someone is kind of rebuilding an object, so that's open for interpretation. And to be honest, I do need to hear that sound effect again before I bring my final thoughts into what the sound effect is, but it felt like it sounded like a hammer clash, like something clashing together, kind of like a rebuilding sound effect. I don't know, to be honest, but there was no end credit scene. It just cut to black and that sound effect played. So all in all, Tony is dead. Captain America is no longer Captain America and he's just living in the past, but he does come back and he is in the present, but as an old man, and I thought that was a kind of a touching sentiment, and I was kind of expecting it to be Stan Lee, but also we get the Stan Lee cameo in the halfway mark of the film, so I was kind of expecting it to be Stan Lee, kind of not. I don't know, I feel like it would have been cool to see Stan Lee as the old man Captain America, but the old man Steve Rogers, but I don't know. That would be a bit too fan servicey, but you know. Anyway, that is the Avengers Endgame explained. So the ending is that Tony dies, Captain America goes back to the past, and Thanos is defeated along with his forces, and everyone else is happy. Except for Black Widow, played by Scarlett Johansson. She dies. Anyway, sad scene. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.